heard of hammerhead sharks, but what about hammerhead worms? Although they won't bite you like a shark, experts say this invasive species can be toxic for pets and people. But what makes this seemingly harmless garden worm so dangerous? We verify. Hammerhead worms are showing up in yards and gardens across the South, typically at night after a good rain. But if you spot one, you may want to think twice before reaching down to pick it up. So what makes hammerhead worms dangerous for people and pets? And how should you handle one? Let's verify. Our sources are the Tennessee Department of Agriculture and Dr. Meredith Schrader, an insect diagnostician for Auburn University. Here's what we found. Hammerhead worms are native to Southeast Asia and are believed to have arrived in the U.S. in the early 1900s. Today, they're being reported more and more often across Tennessee and North Alabama. Dr. Schrader says the worm's size alone catches most people off guard.
It's so large and people aren't accustomed to seeing them. They can be quite shocking. They're tan in color with stripes, these long longitudinal stripes.
But it's not their size that has people concerned. These worms produce the same toxin associated with pufferfish. Dr. Schrader says that toxin is a good reason to keep children away.
There's a toxin that is emitted on their bodies. So that would be something to tell your neighbors that because of that toxin, let them know it's around. Don't let toddlers handle them.
But before you panic, experts say hammerhead worms are not considered deadly to people or pets. The big concern is the skin irritation from touching the worm or its slime. Experts also say that contact can be more concerning if the toxin gets into vulnerable areas like your eyes, nose, mouth, or through an open cut. That's why officials recommend wearing gloves if you have to handle one. Pet owners should also be careful. If your dog or cat eats one, watch for symptoms like excessive drooling, vomiting, diarrhea, or loss of appetite. So, what should you do if you find one in your yard? Dr. Schrader says whatever you do, don't reach for the shovel.
You don't want to chop them up because that just creates a whole bunch of little baby worms. Because that's one way that they do reproduce.
Instead, experts recommend using gloves, a stick, or a plastic bag to move the worm, then seal it in a bag with salt or vinegar to kill it. If you do come into contact with one, wash your hands thoroughly and avoid touching your face. If you have something you want us to verify, text us at 256-382-2692.